Hey guys, Jamie here. So I just went on a grocery run, so I thought I would just show you what I got for my food haul for the week for a high carb, low fat diet. And we'll just start over here. So I stocked up on lots of bananas. I always got to have bananas, you guys. I know a lot of people on this lifestyle don't like bananas, and that's fine. You know, you do you. Whatever keeps you high carb, low fat, to me is the most important thing. And but for me, I always get bananas. This is part of how I survive on this lifestyle. It helps me get in. I personally love to eat lots of fruit. That's what makes me feel my absolute best. As long as I'm getting enough calories, though, that is key. And with bananas, I can really get in a lot of calories. And for me, that's important. But you know, you do you, whatever you like, okay? And I also got a watermelon. Yeah, I had got 2 of these watermelons last week, guys. And I'm pretty good at picking watermelons, but apparently last week I sucked. And I got 2 and they were completely rotted out. Like, if you were to eat them, you can maybe get drunk off them. Like, that's how rotted out they were. So I wasted, like 26 bucks. I was really not happy about that. And then I also got some muskla mix here. I got a couple things of parsley. I got 2 containers of tomatoes because right now I am like in soup mode. To me, soup is just very easy, whether that's tomato soup, roasted red pepper, broccoli, potato, you know, whatever it is. I just put everything in the oven and I roast it and throw it in a blender, put in some spices, a little bit of salt. You can add coconut milk, call it a day. It's like, it doesn't get much easier than that. And I've gotten really lazy with cooking, I have to admit. But yeah, and then I got a bunch of celery, and that's for my juices. I also got 2 things of spinach. I know I'm going to get someone in the comment section talking about oxalates, and that's a bunch of lies and propaganda, guys. But hey, you do you, okay? But let me tell you, when I go to the grocery store every week, having all this spinach, this celery, and these bananas, I always get comments like, do you have a monkey? Do you have a rabbit? What kind of pets do you have? And you just tell them, yes, I do. Because if they think it's all for you, they really think you're kind of weird. But anyways, I got lots of cucumbers for juicing, garlic for my soups, and I got some potatoes here. I also got a couple things of apples. Again, I use those for smoothies, juices, and I got one last container of blueberries because they're basically kind of out of season now, and I got one last container for the season. I got my lemons for lemon water. Again, peppers for soup. Carrots are for soup. And carrots, carrots, onions, garlic, like all these things are pretty cheap. And it's a great way to get in a lot of nutrition, especially, we're going into fall and winter. People get sick. And a lot of these things are really good for like, they're antiviral, antibacterial. They have lots of antioxidants. These things are really important, guys, for keeping yourself well and your immune system strong, okay? And I also got a lot of frozen mango and raspberries. Those are for my smoothies. These are staples that I cannot live without. And for my smoothies as well, I got orange juice. These are expensive, but they're my staples. This is how I stay high carb, low fat. I live off smoothies and soups and juices, some salads, rice dishes, potatoes. Like, I can't live without these things. Even if they get more expensive, this is how I survive on this lifestyle, okay? And it helps me get in a lot of calories from carbohydrates. So for me, it's like, I can't, it's a no-brainer. I also stocked up on a little bit more of my honey. Normally I get a huge tub of this. Again, this I can't live without. I got some maple syrup. Now that we're into fall, guys, I will sometimes at night, I never have this for breakfast, but at night, I'll make like waffles with like oat flour and almond milk, some cinnamon, some brown sugar, and then I'll put, and also blueberries, maybe like frozen wild blueberries and maple syrup. It's so good, so satisfying. But I always make that for dinner. I always start my day with fruit, and like that will never ever change. Okay, it like maybe happens a couple times a year where I don't. It's very, very rare. So lots of orange juice there, guys. I got a can of tomatoes, some beans for a specific recipe. I stocked up on soy sauce. I get the gluten-free one. because I don't do well with gluten. And normally I get the reduced sodium, but they didn't have it this time. I got some seaweed for sushi, and I got some gluten-free pasta. Oh, you know, I'll make a red sauce one night. Maybe one night I'll do like broccoli with pasta, just like 2 whole bags of broccoli. You need a lot of broccoli. And then I'll just put like salt, pepper, lemon juice, lemon zest, parsley. What else? Maybe that's it. I don't know. It's really basic, but it's still so good. So simple. Okay, and then I got coconut water. Again, that's for some of my smoothies. I got unsweetened almond milk. I don't typically use that for smoothies. It's more just for drinking, really. I got my husband some olives. He has to have his olives. And then I got us some low-fat treats. I know these aren't healthy, but you know, they're low-fat. They're not the best, but if I'm going to have something in the house that I may snack on during the week, I want it to be low-fat for me. I also got my husband some hummus and chips. Now, see, he likes crackers, but what I've discovered is crackers are terrible. Like, all crackers have just like 20, 30 plus ingredients, complete garbage, so many chemicals. And then when you try to go to like the healthier ones, they are not good. They don't taste good. Yeah, they're clean in terms of ingredients, but they don't taste good and they're expensive. So you know what? That I just said, this is what you're getting. You're going to get, this is like $1.25, this bag. I get the lightly salted one. It's just 3 ingredients, salt, oil, and chips. So I get this for him, and he has it with hummus. That's one of his snacks. And I also got him some animal crackers. I get him a bunch of different snacks throughout the week. He doesn't eat as clean as I do. And I try to switch it up for him, you know, keep it exciting. And then I also just saw these and I picked these up for him. Now this is a clean product. Never seen this before. Very clean in terms of its ingredients. But for me, and oh yeah, and it was only 2 grams of fat per bar. So I was like, that's not bad. I'll try it out. So yeah, so I got these for him. This is a cookies and cream. So that's new. And then what else did I get? I also got salmon. This is for my dog food that I make every week. I use salmon and ground beef for her, plus veggies and potatoes, and then sometimes rice. That's how I make her dog food. And then I'll make my husband some, you know, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chip peanut butter cookies, whatever it is that he wants. I try to make those a little bit healthier. Like, these are vegan chocolate chips. They're like just 2 ingredients, I think. And then I'll use like a whole peanut butter. What else will I use? And oat flour. That's what I use for my baking, oat flour. And I try to make them healthier for him. And then also, so I also got, this is a new product. I got this for him as well, but I will have some of this to try it out. Never had it before. It's a masala tiki burger. And this is, but now like the fat content is higher. Like, yeah, 9 grams of fat per burger. So, I mean, for me, that's a bit high. Like, once you factor in, you know, the bun, and this is a gluten bun. And what's the fat on? 2.5. So, you know, with this burger, you know, about 11 grams of fat. I mean, you have it at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world, okay? And then I also decided, because it's football, now it's football season, and he's excited. So I thought I picked him up some of these pumpkin cookies. Again, I personally wouldn't eat these, but he will. And then I'm also going to make him these crescent rolls with beef pigs in a blanket. He likes those. So yeah, so guys, my husband does eat meat. I've mentioned this before. He'll eat, you know, mostly wild game, and like walleye and trout, but a couple times a year he might have beef, like a steak. But yeah, guys, so I guess that's pretty much everything. Sorry, I kind of rambled a bit there, but yeah, so that's everything I got for the week. And yeah, so thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll be back again for another video. Thanks guys, bye.